is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today, the calendar has flipped to November, and we've got an intriguing matchup on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And, of course, number one, trying to win the game today. But for him, it's always about Super Bowls, trying to get back to his fourth consecutive one. Fell short of the NFL's first ever three-peat in the Super Bowl last year. He wants to avenge that loss at the end of this season.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Pacheco gets it off the gut. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Kansas City Chiefs first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off play action. Allen into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Coleman, the man in motion right. Now this time, Allen will throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Allen going to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Prater on for the field goal, a 51-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. takes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Mahomes to throw once more. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
going through the line. Quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Here's Mahomes to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. Now Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing now is Allen. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now Matt Prater for the point after.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Chiefs offense and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Second down and 4. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A gain of 4 yards. And a Kansas City.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Kansas City.
Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This will be caught once again by Brown. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And again, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Handoff now for Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Pacheco. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground. pretty much stoned him on that play and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop him from the 1 back to the 2. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Now a run here off the RPO. Now he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Working to put a drive together.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To the air, Allen.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Allen to throw it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 33 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
Allen. That's taken in by Palmer. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
This to the tight end, Kincaid.
90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. for the completion. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And again, it's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver.
Touchdown, Bills! Dalton Kincaid from 6 yards away. And the Bills are back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Nifty move. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Deep for the Bills is Brandon Codrington. The
6-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting into shreds.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Again, it's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Allen. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Dances by him. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Allen maybe with a free play. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Allen running the option to the left. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down. But I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Now another shot here at the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And now here comes Kansas City.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now a 2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 12. First down, Kansas City.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll be caught by Rice. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms here going over the middle. 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
11 on the play. First down, Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Mahomes going to throw.
And he is caught. And he will have the Chiefs' first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still a little bit of time following the made field goal, but we are tied as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
A final shot before half for Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Throwing now is Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
At the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Chiefs' 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They run again on first down. Cook will be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. And complete, right side to Cook. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Motion man is Shakir. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Prater for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Gets past one man. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And all the way in for
City touchdown. Marquise Brown, 43 yards.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now.
They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Rice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Again, it's Pacheco. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy,
29 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Butker on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score. Chiefs 38.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. Here's Allen. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Palmer going to go in motion left.
Now Allen.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go.
On play action, Allen. That's complete to Palmer.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The first down carry for Davis.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Again, it's Davis. And past the 30, down to about the 27.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
We'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw, it's Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's another Bills first down.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman from 8 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Prater on to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's Pacheco once again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. His throw here is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Now Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Inside give to Davis. Fighting through.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he gets this up to the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Up the middle to Davis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's him. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. He can't get him down. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Touchdown!
Rashee Rice.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate who can get them the ball. We've seen the result. Days like this one.
Butker now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Chiefs.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake. Allen. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's a give to Davis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop.
Second and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now this time, Allen will throw.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26.
That's another
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Davis.
Jalen Watson dropped him defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 5.
They go again with Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
The 38-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he gets it down to the 32. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give right side for Pacheco.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Allen. And it's caught by Palmer. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now Allen.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
At the 47-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Allen, nifty footwork. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
To throw is Allen. That is caught by Shakir. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.